We're joined by political analyst Sandile Swana, who joins us. Sandile, a very good evening to you. Thank you so much for your time. It's pretty clear that the ANC and KZN is facing an unprecedented crisis following a dramatic decline in support during the 29 May general election. We know that the ANC's national leadership has been contemplating some extreme measures, but we've just heard the Deputy President saying that they're taking on a different approach. What is your perspective?
Good evening and thank you, Mpo. The sudden drop in electoral support of the African National Congress was in actual fact just ANC members themselves walking away from the ANC itself to the MK party. If you like, you could say this was a continuation of the previous two conferences, if you like, 2017 and 2020, let's say 2017, CR17 and the following one. Now, on a straight line, if you just draw a straight line, from 2009, the ANC had been dropping in national elections. By 2016, the support for the African National Congress was dropping precipitously in the metros. By 2021, they were already in aggregate in the nation 45%, and the following election in 2024, in 3 years' time, they were at 40%. So it is clear that from the 2007 conference, the ANC has been declining at local government level, provincial government level, and municipal level. And that revolves around conflicts at the highest level inside the ANC, because they were already losing support generally. This time, this support was driven by divisions inside the ANC. It's not that there's anything that Zuma did to improve the overall performance of the African National Congress vote. He just took a portion of them.
And that's an important aspect, more so as we listen to the Deputy President Paul Mashatile saying that the purpose of the meeting that was conducted was merely to reflect on what could have gone wrong and try and find some common ground on a way forward, and that there will be no dissolving of the PEC. As they sit and try and go back to the drawing board, what do you think will be crucial this time around? Because as you and I speak, just next week, the MK party will be celebrating its 1-year anniversary.
So the issues that have plagued the ANC that they've written about themselves, number one, already in January 2007, Kgalema Motlanthe said that the endless conflict inside the African National Congress is because comrades are fighting over the tenders inside municipalities, provincial governments, state-owned entities. They are fighting to consume that. Now, two, the average quality, the quality of the average ANC comrade has declined precipitously since the 1990s, because others who came from exile, others from jail, started demonstrating great recklessness in operations. So that gained momentum, and there were opportunists, careerists, and counter-revolutionaries that were blossoming inside the ANC. No one actually stopping that. If you look at where they wrote the document, the resolution in November 2000 of the new cadre, the NWS made a resolution to launch the new cadre in the ANC, that the current member of the ANC deployed in the state and deployed in branches and elsewhere is useless. They need a new cadre. The year 2000, 24 years later, they've not done that. The following year, they came up with a document through the eye of the needle. They've never gone through any needle, all of them. So they need to attend to those things, to say the quality of the average cadre must go up, and it's not going to go up overnight. And there are people that need to be expelled in the ANC that don't belong there. And for as long as you are nursing counter-revolutionaries, common criminals in the African National Congress, opportunists, the corrupt, careerists. All of those people are being nested. And for as long as you nest those people inside the ANC is going to go down.
Mm-hmm. We heard ANC Secretary General Fikile Mbalula speaking last week saying that the situation, he's described it as a bloodbath because some branches had collapsed, saying that there was no comeback from that. I mean, what opportunity does it create? We heard right now Deputy President Paul Mashatile speaking about some of the issues within the community, speaking about the issue of water, speaking about the issue of electricity. What room of opportunity is there as these challenges mount?
There is no overnight solution for the African National Congress. You know, people talk about bouncing back and all that, but for instance, Zuma would have wanted people who are branch leaders, regional leaders, and so on, to walk away en masse with the popular support, the executive, everything into MKP, and that is what happened. Mm-hmm. So he took chunks. So where the chunk is gone, then that's where you have a new opportunity to introduce new vetted members, ordinary members, who are then reconstructed into a branch. But that does not mean that overnight in 2026 you'll win the election against the MK, because you now need to build credibility from scratch. The ANC has failed to deliver the same water, same electricity, same roads, since, especially after that Polokwane conference. Yeah. They abandoned service delivery.
So what position does this now place the MK party, that members are also suspected to be doubling for the MK party while still within the ANC? What does it mean for the MK party, which will be celebrating its one-year anniversary and also looking to really grow and expand and ensure that they emerge solid come 2026?
The building materials of the MK party, when they say they are going to the brickyard to buy bricks, mm-hmm. they go to the ANC. The ANC members, the ANC voters, the ANC executives in terms of branch executive, regional executives, provincial, that is the building material. They actually go and take chunks of it, truckloads of that building material. So MKP does not have a problem at all. Some of their own future members are hanging around in the brickyard, which is the ANC. Mm-hmm. They are going to move in time for the local government elections to MKP. They are disgruntled. They are implicated in factional battles. They've been implicated in factional battles over the longest time, and each faction oppressing the other. So once the Ramaphosa faction had the upper hand, it was oppressing every other faction. So that is basically the problem. People have been abused, and not to say Zuma didn't abuse. Zuma abused people left, right, and center when he had the power. Mm-hmm. He violated many people. So that is the other culture of the ANC that is consuming the ANC from inside. Mm. So there are people who are waiting to jump ship as we speak, who are even working secretly to support MKP as double agents as we speak.
Absolutely. Thank you so much for weighing in on the conversation, leaving it there with political analyst Sandile Swana, of course, just expanding on the politics of the day.